Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, it's good to see you. I say hello to you and all your friends. I say hello, let's read together, let's sing together, let's have fun with friends. It's time for a while. Now, we are not excited because it's the last story and song for a while. We are excited because on Monday we are back to school and we are counting down the days. We can't wait to say hello to you in person. It's so good. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And so let's celebrate. Let's celebrate with one of your favourite stories.
Probably my favourite.
Somebody out there in Dojo Land or in YouTubeville asked for stories about princesses.
Kings and queens.
Kings and queens and princesses. And we have a real treat for you today. I know this is one of... I'm being attacked by a curtain.
Whoa.
I'm being attacked by a curtain. We have a story that is one of your favourites. It's also one of the most watched videos
on our YouTube
channel. So, of the... Ooh, just a horrible voice. Ooh, it scares me. Of the 92,000 people that have watched videos on our channel.
92,000!
92,000. This video is one of our most popular. So we thought we'd share this story.
Not this video.
No.
The one of me reading it.
Yes, that is right. Ooh, I think the character in this story scares me a lot because of his horrible voice.
No.
Just a story. Just a story. This is The Princess and the Wizard. Again by Julia Donaldson, from the author who wrote Tyrannosaurus Drip on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, Tuesday.
And illustrated this time by Lydia Monks. So she drew the pictures. Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks. The story is The Princess and the Wizard. All thumbs and fingers. It was Princess Eliza's birthday. She was just blowing out the 7 candles on her cake when a wicked wizard flew down the chimney and into the room.
Why didn't you invite me to your party?
He thundered.
Because wicked wizards like turning people to stone,
replied Princess Eliza.
So they do,
said the wizard, and with a flick of his bony fingers, he turned the king, the queen, and all the party guests into stone. Then he laughed a horrible laugh and said to Princess Eliza,
they like capturing princesses too.
Just then there was a whirring of wings, and in through the window flew the princess's fairy godmother. She was late for the party. When she saw what had happened, she waved her wand and said,
the princess may try 7 times to escape by changing her colour and changing her shape.
The wizard just laughed his horrible laugh and said,
changing her colour and changing her shape will never help Princess Eliza escape.
Then he snapped his bony fingers again and turned the fairy godmother to stone. The wizard whisked the princess up the chimney and carried her away to his tall, dark castle. He locked her into the cellar, where she cried herself to sleep. The next day was Monday. The wizard unlocked the cellar door. He was holding the big red book which contained all his magic.
This is your first chance to escape,
he said.
I shall count to 100 and then I shall come and find you.
He opened his book, closed his eyes and began to count. Princess Eliza ran outside. The moat of the castle shone blue under the blue sky. She jumped into the water and turned herself into a blue fish.
98, 99, 100.
The wizard opened his eyes, looked in his magic book, and read,
To find where Eliza is hiding from you. Look in the moat for the fish that is blue.
He fished Eliza out of the moat and took her to his kitchen, which was full of blue plates and pots and pans. They were all covered in dried up food.
So you like blue, do you?
He said.
Then set to work and wash.
And he locked her in. On Tuesday morning, the wizard unlocked the kitchen door. He looked at the clean plates and pots and pans, and he grunted.
Chance number 2,
he said. Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. Princess Eliza ran into the farmyard. She turned herself into a yellow chick and hid in some straw. But the wizard read in his book,
The straw in the farmyard is yellow and thick. Princess Eliza's disguised as a chick.
He scooped Eliza up and took her to a cupboard which was full of yellow socks. They all had holes in them made by his pointy toenails.
So you like yellow, do you?
He said.
Then set to work and darn.
And he locked her in. On Wednesday morning, the wizard unlocked the cupboard door, looked at the darned socks, and grunted.
Chance number 3,
he said. And he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. Princess Eliza ran to the meadow. She changed herself into a green grasshopper and hid among the grass blades. But the wizard read in his book,
The grasshopper princess is easily seen, chirping away in the meadow so green.
He caught Eliza in a net and took her to his green bathroom. The bath, basin, walls and floor were covered in the wizard's slimy toothpaste.
So you like green, do you?
He said.
Then set to work and wipe.
And he locked her in. 3 more days went by. Each day the princess tried to escape. On Thursday she turned herself into an orange fox and hid in a pile of orange leaves. On Friday she turned herself into a purple butterfly and fluttered among some purple flowers. On Saturday she turned herself into a black cat and lurked in a black tunnel. But each time the wizard found her and gave her yet more work to do.
Poor Eliza.
On Sunday morning, the wizard came onto the roof where Eliza had been scrubbing the sooty chimney pots. Instead of grunting, he laughed his horrible laugh. He said,
This is your last chance. If I catch you this time, you must stay and work for me for the rest of your life.
Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. Princess Eliza turned herself into a white gull and flew up into a cloud. But as she hovered above the roof where the wizard was still counting, she saw words forming on the page of his open book.
So that's how he finds me.
She cried.
I shall never escape.
Then she had an idea. She turned herself into a page of the wizard's book, a perfectly blank white page with no writing on it.
98, 99, 100.
The wizard finished counting and began to read his book.
The princess turned into a bird in the sky. She hid in a cloud. Then she had one more try.
That was the end of the page. The wizard turned over to read more, but there was no more. The next page in his book was blank and white. He flew into a rage. He shouted and he hurled it into the moat. The book landed with a splash and sank to the bottom. All the wizard's magic was gone. At that moment, in the palace, the king and queen and all the party guests came back to life.
Where's Princess Eliza?
They asked each other. Nobody knew except the fairy godmother, and she only smiled and said nothing. Princess Eliza had turned herself from a white page into a blue fish and was swimming to the edge of the moat. She turned herself into a yellow chick and ran across the corn in the farmyard. She turned herself into a green grasshopper and hopped over the grass. She turned herself into an orange fox and raced through the orange leaves. She turned herself into a purple butterfly and fluttered over the purple flowers. She turned herself into a black cat and streaked through the black tunnel. Then she turned herself into a white bird and flew all the way back to the palace and in through the window. She perched on a chair at the tea table and changed herself back into a princess. The king and queen and all the party guests hugged her. Then Princess Eliza cut her birthday cake and everyone had a slice.
Hooray!
What a brilliant, brilliant story. Lots of fun with a very scary wizard voice. I found it a bit scary. Don't know about you at home. Ooh, no. Gives me the creeps. For our last story and song for the time being, we are going to finish off with I Like Books.
So you like books, do you?
I do like books. You can lock me in a room full of books and get me to read them all, and I will still be a very happy person.
Good.
Are you ready to sing along at home? Let's go for it then. Ready?
Yeah.
I like
books.
Give me wonderful picture books. I'll read to the final cover. I like books. Give me beautiful storybooks. I'll see what I can discover. Take a look at what's inside a book. You'll be surprised how words can get you really hooked. Just pick and choose a special book or two, and then it's up to you to take a journey of imagination. I like books. Give me wonderful picture books. I'll read to the final cover. I like books. Give me beautiful storybooks. I'll see what I can discover. Take a look at what's inside a book. You'll be surprised how words can get you really hooked. Just pick and choose a special book or two, and then it's up to you to take a journey of imagination. I like books. Hooray! It is. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Not just today, but for the past few weeks. We hope you have enjoyed Story and Song as much as we have. Thank you to everybody out there who made a suggestion for our stories this week. Babies, animals, baby animals, kings, queens, princesses being attacked by a curtain again.
We had other great ideas, didn't we? Like fables.
We did, yeah. Somebody suggested Aesop's fables. You can always catch those in assembly from last term as well. There are lots of assemblies about Aesop's fables. But that brings us to the end of today, and we'll see you back in the classroom on Monday.
Woo!
Yes, but don't miss Exercise Live at 11:45 and the other activities heading your way on YouTube and on Class Dojo today and tomorrow.
Feel Good Friday.
Feel Good Friday. Feel Good Friday. Will your learning be on screen this week? You'll have to watch Feel Good Friday tomorrow at 2:30 to find out.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll say bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.